graphics card. Probably, I don't know. So we're doing space.
We can do all the maps.
I don't really mind.
Like all the beta maps.
True.
I can't do dedicated. I mean, I could, but only 3 people
No,
could
I
join,
don't
and I couldn't.
think
Yeah, I'm not.
we can't do dedicated. Like, I would use an actual
Whoa.
dedicated server, but we don't have an actual dedicated server for these.
You can have a max of 8 people on this.
Yeah, because they didn't have dedicated servers. They just had a client base for beta.
Yeah, but the last time I was on this, you could only have 4 people, and now it's 8. On what's different?
Interesting.
Just set something up different. Yeah.
I updated my dedicated server for SWF to update the map pool, made it a bit more interesting, and then the same maps repeated. Because it was just the whole map list playing out until the map limit was hit, which was boring. So I changed it up. It's now got Hoth, Hunt, and Hero Assault mixed in.
We played on it last night.
I know.
Like 8.
Thank you for that. Pretty cool. It's good to know my server is somewhat used.
Yeah, because the one we were on crashed, so we just joined yours.
Apparently, a lot of people play on my server, which is actually surprising. It's not
Yeah.
just my PS2 servers that I played on, though. It's all my servers I played on quite a bit. And I'm just like sitting there, like every time I look, no one's there. I think the only time before, like the last couple of days, that I've seen people playing on my server was probably when I saw Phobos on all of my servers. He was just going, server to server, doing the, great thing of crashing them.
Okay, I'm gonna do the settings. Do you want aim assist on or off?
Aim assist on. I'm not too good at console.
Team damage on or off?
That's also one of the things I changed in my servers. I enabled aim assist because that was annoying me. I like the ability to play.
You want team damage on or
off? Team damage off.
Okay. Player select. Public game. Okay. I got it in random order.
Nice.
So
Trying to sort out my desktop audio right now while I wait for this to load, and yeah.
I'll launch it when you're ready.
Apparently,
That's weird. You can have 8 people on this, but you can only have 4 people on the released game.
I'm on the browser now.
Oh. Okay. Launching it.
It's slowly, finding. Let's hope it actually finds your server, because that we've got this far means, supposedly it should work.
Well, I joined someone else's server, when I got it, he hosted his own server and I joined it. He joined me, so I'm loading up now, so when it loads, I'll tell you.
When it loads, yeah. It's going to be interesting to play this the way it's meant to be played. Well, it's not full. It's going to be interesting to play the beta, multiplayer, which is,
yeah,
how it's meant to be.
And all the loading screens are just a splash screen. It's just a build.
I mean, we have a lot of builds. We even have a build of Battlefront 2 that was released after the release of Battlefront 2. I know, amazing.
Okay, I'm in. It should be up now.
Nice. Refresh. This does give me, enough time to go spam my stream link everywhere to gain viewers. Although I'm pretty sure the SWF spy server's already pissed at me because I had a pirate link to Battlefront 1 in the description of my video. I had to remove it. SWF gamers were getting pissed at me like, oh, don't pirate. Nobody pirates. Not everyone has.
I'm not gonna buy Battlefront 1 on Steam until Steam does multiplayer or GOG, because I have a CD version. Okay,
I have 2 CD versions.
Well, yeah, and I already have the AXT for multiplayer, so there's not really a reason for me to buy it.
There's no incentive for me to. Well, I've already bought it because I was like, oh yeah, I bought it, 2 minutes after it went on Steam.
Yeah, I mean I'll buy it, but I don't really see a reason to until the multiplayer comes, like they did on 2. Because I can do everything I can with the.
Well, that supposedly they're waiting for there to be enough demand for it. The problem is though, is that we're not reaching, full servers, and I don't seem to be. Have you loaded in?
Yeah, I've loaded in.
I might need to adjust my search settings then, because for some reason doesn't seem to be picking you up, which is a problem.
Well, if you don't see me out, you can host.
Hang on. Max ping. Any. Ooh.
I mean, this guy from France joined me, so you should be able to.
True. We have better internet in France, supposedly. Well, that's arguable. We have both the worst internet in the world and the best internet in the world. Yeah, I'm not picking you up.
Okay. Well, you want to host?
I'll try. Hang on.
Which DNS are you using?
I'm using automatic because it's meant to be patched. I mean, I probably.
I used to solve it from the spy one.
It should work because,
it's probably the same DNS.
Supposedly, unless this guy's used a different DNS.
Okay, just host and I'll see if I can see it, and if not, I'll tell you my DNS.
And that's a 74 one, isn't it? Or 94, I can't remember the exact numbers.
It's the one I post in the videos.
All maps, all modes, all eras.
Did you have all the maps?
Yeah.
I only have the beta maps, so I can't.
Yeah, no, I'm not playing that. I'm using the patched ISO.
Okay.
I can't be asked to go find my I can't be asked to go find my patched version of the beta, because then I'd probably have to do the DNS switch. Which is...
The Balthan actually has grunt health in this beta. So if you get shocked, you just survive. Makes him OP.
Dedicated server off. Max players 8. Aim assist off. Host registration failed. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Host registration, I'm guessing that's my server. Hang on. You didn't get a host registration error, so that means I have a problem. Looks like I'm gonna have to use the DNS switch. Yay.
Let me look up my DNS.
I might already have it on one of my two SWS by ones, so I think I have an outdated one and an updated one. I don't think it's changed in a while. All I know is the Europe DNS is dead. Which is a shame.
Yeah, it's 7491, 125, 138.
I will check if I still have it, because I might already have it.
I posted it in the chat. I'll be right back and get some drink.
Alright. This is fun. Let's get this over with. Come on, load. There it is. One of these should already be the DNS, supposedly. $74, $91. 138. Yes, that is correct. That's literally just the first SWVS by one I need.
Okay. And a Wookiee. You can't double zoom with the Wookiee bowcaster. And you also have health packs. So. Dude.
Very, very bad.
Yes. I'm kind of. I don't know if they added this.
I'm pretty sure I can add this to the. I can probably create a PS2 mod that would incorporate the beta side. I could probably get the beta sides better working than I can custom sides. Because I did try the mod you requested. The models were ready, the textures were ready, but custom sides just don't work for me.
Oh, yeah, and there's a reloading bug too. Like when you try to when their weapons like overheating or it's like charging up or something, like you can't swap weapons, which is kind of weird. And if you jump while reloading too, it resets the reloading.
You can do that sometimes on Battlefront 1 and 2 as it is.
I don't know. You just like you'll figure it out when you get in the game. It just feels kind of clunky.
You in the game, yeah?
Yeah, I'm hosting mine still.
Right, I'm on the same DNS as you now, so
okay.
Even if the patch wasn't there, which if it doesn't work first time, then the patch is pretty shit. I don't know what DNS he's connecting to then. Ah, nah, I don't see it.
Can you try host? Or it would do
I'll
the
try
same
again, or as if it gives me a host register. I'm not even going to bother changing settings. I'm just going to launch and hopefully it'll work.
That's weird. That would suck if you couldn't connect. There has to be a reason.
Ah, yeah, the game just doesn't like me. Host registration failed. Is this because I don't have a GameSpy account? Because GameSpy is dead? What is wrong with me? Why me? This is the only time it doesn't work.
It's weird.
It is weird and
annoying.
Is it
because you edited the ISO, or is it even edited?
I've not even edited this ISO. This ISO is literally what you sent me. What you sent me slapped on a USB stick stuck into the PS2. Wow. Nothing has changed. It's the same way I have to run Battlefront 2 to play multiplayer. Which works. Wondrously. Oh, isn't it? It is online Battlefront 2 tonight, isn't it? At some point. For me, it's today, not tonight. It's like
maybe. I don't know.
Sometimes
Tuesdays is Battlefront 1.
Tuesdays, Saturdays are Battlefront 1, and it's Sunday is pretty. Hang on. Let's just check the SWS by server browser. Yeah, there's one guy. I see your game on the SWF Gamers server list.
Dude.
It's just this is SWF Gamers Cloud City, 4 players on PC, then Luna. Just
Yeah.
it's still classed as a Battlefront 2 server. Right, I'm in a game now.
Oh, you got in?
No, I hosted my own, but host registration allows me to host. Oh my god, you can pass through the hangar shields.
Let me quit out. See what I see.
You can just jump right through the hangar shields. No exploits needed. You just hop right through. Tell me if you can find my game. I don't think you'll be able to, but it's worth a shot.
I don't see it.
Alright. I can't see you and you can't see me.
It's not because we're using the same ISO.
No. No, it wouldn't be that. Because if the French guy sent you his ISO, then you'll be using...
Yeah.
It won't be the
See if
same
he's
ISO.
online. Let me see if he's online. Because he could host.
Why is it no worky?
Maybe you should re-download it again or something?
Oh, I've already had to do that because it wasn't working the first time I downloaded it. That's because I changed the name of the ISO and apparently that fucked something up. I just get random host registration errors. Because I just got one while in the settings of the game. I'm not even connected to the thing. It's like host registration error. Ah, this seems to be a problem.
Yeah, he's not online.
You know, I'm actually going to try and register a GameSpy account because I'm pretty sure you can actually do it on PS2. Because it never bothered trying to connect anyway. Well, this is fun. I love it when shit doesn't work.
Let me try it again. Maybe that's something I missed. Okay.
You can't... Just a quick check. We can't see other Battlefront 2 servers, can we?
No. Not if it's not the beta.
Good, at least there's that form of verification.
Imagine if you could connect to IP, because it shows you IP.
True.
But that's not a thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna launch it up again.
I could just do a restart, but it wasn't working in the first place. This
This is weird.
This is weird. Should be working. Why is it not working? It won't be OPL, because OPL lets me play multiplayer on all the other Battlefronts.
I'm using OPL too, so...
It just doesn't want to work. What if I just... What if I just select one map, one mode? There we go. It didn't give me host registration that time.
You didn't?
No. Let me go straight into the game. Which, no, made me happy. I don't know if that's because it's already failed. and it's like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be a pain if we have to restart the server every time we need to change map, but it's fine. We can get over that. It works now, supposedly. That's if you can connect to me once I load in.
Okay. Let me know when it's loaded.
Will do.
Cause I hosted my server, and each map that
Yeah.
ended, it was fine. Like there's not even a scoreboard for the map.
I had all mods, all maps, and all game modes, all maps. My brain's dying. It's 2 o'clock in the morning for me. Yeah, you should be able to join now. If it worked.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Really, you don't? Oh, fuck. Oh shit, I'm stuck in the floor. It should just... Try refreshing. I know it takes forever to refresh. You never know, refreshing might be the thing. Or I'll just restart my game, start from scratch.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Piss. If you get into a game, what I'll do is I'll restart my PS2.
Okay.
Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Why? The moment I want to play, yeah, fuck you. It's not going to work. Everything, it should work, it just doesn't want to. It's not like the servers aren't working. They are, because SWBF Spy's picking them up. It's just not actually allowing me.
I don't want to see it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can have 8 players on the beta.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know anyone with OPL. Well, not that many people. Because I was looking for people that backed up Anthony's V3 on multiple occasions, and apparently no one has backed up it.
Yeah, that's a shock. I wonder why he hasn't fixed the link.
Oh, that's because he has limited bandwidth, so he doesn't bother uploading shit for the sake of uploading shit. So even though I've complained and everyone else has complained saying we need V3, it's like, no, wait for V4. And then everyone's like, oh, when's V4 coming? Said, I don't know, I'm still working on PSP V8. All I know is that I keep making him take breaks on PSP V8 to add maps. Because I've made maps work on PS2. Because whatever I do, he has to do better. Although Nabu Prototype only works for me, it doesn't work for him. Well, used to work for me, it didn't work for him.
Yeah, I always like seeing how you can push the PS2 to its limits.
I have pushed it to its limits. I've actually done Space to Ground on it.
What map?
BF3 Coruscant, the version I was showing, I basically updated that to be a bit more advanced. Like I set it all up, it was all working. Space to Ground Dome was there, the buildings in the background were all there, all the vehicles and stuff. Is it going to work this time? Did I restart my PS2 for no reason?
Yeah, I'm hosting now.
It's busy. And... Yeah, no games. What the fuck? Because I can pick up games in the US with decent ping, because I do it all the time.
That is weird.
It is.
And on the flag, on the like, you have to actually go on the hangar to get the flag. It's not out in space.
Nice.
And yeah, it's really laggy on the PS2 inside the hangar bay.
Right, your game is up. It is connected.
Yeah, that is.
I see it on SWS Spy, but I don't see it in my game.
I mean, do you want to download the ISO I gave you again? Just do from scratch, like just download it again. See if that helps. Like maybe it's corrupted. I don't know. Like there's no explanation.
Fucking if it's
explanation for what's happening.
Uno moment. I need to copy something onto my fucking USB.
And all the AI pathing is not set up either. Like the AI is not going in the ships.
That's because the objectives weren't set up properly back then. Right, I do still have the WinRAR version supposedly. So let me just go find that.
Okay.
There it is. Bingo. Now I'm going to have to extract that somewhere, and then I have to, deal with fucking slow-ass copying times as I copy it off the fucking PC onto the memory stick. Because I'm not doing it straight onto the memory stick, because fuck knows what could happen then. Right.
So, the event that's going to happen this Saturday, it's PC or PS2?
PC Battlefront 1 for now, simply because I want the most players possible at that point in time, which PC would be the best way to do that. Or so I thought. Turns out nobody was interested, apparently, or interested within the first 2 hours, which is, only a little bit annoying. Only a tinsy bit, not drastically annoying.
At least someone joined it all,
At least 2 people joined. And someone else acknowledged it, a couple of people acknowledged it on Discord. Mainly complaining about the piracy link.
That's all they care about. They don't really care about being in the community, they just care about complaining about free games.
Yeah.
I mean, like, really, how do you, like, if it wasn't on Steam or GOG, how would you get it? Like, barely.
If it wasn't on Steam, I would completely condone piracy. I don't condone the piracy anymore because it's on Steam.
Yeah.
Like, if before it was on Steam, only.
You could buy it on eBay, I guess.
Yeah, but it's expensive on eBay.
Yeah.
It's like fucking. I had to pick up a copy of Amazon, and that was used. It was like 24 quid, which is about $30-ish. 30, I don't know. Can't be asked to do the maths. But then, of course, I went to my used game shop and found a copy there for a whopping price of about $5. Yeah. It's £4. I actually have it here. I had to peel the sticker off.
Oh yeah, I saw the stream where you're like saying I have so many copies of Battlefront.
Oh yeah, the Battlefront 1 on PS2.
I've I had like 3 copies on Xbox or something.
I have 3 copies on PS2 and 2 copies on PC. Why
do you buy all these copies?
I don't know. I'm just stockpiling them.
You're gonna
they all work. None of them are broken. They all work.
They're gonna be an antique from now, like 50 years from now. You can sell them for like.
I am the archivist. I have every Star Wars Battlefront copy in the UK.
It's gonna be
no.
Millions.
The problem is I go to the used game shop like in between college sessions, so all my college friends are with me, and what they've started doing is they've gone like in when I'm not there, and bought the Battlefront copies themselves. I know because there was. I was going to get an Xbox and I wanted an Xbox copy of Battlefront 2, and there was another 2 versions of Battlefront 2 on PS2, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll come in tomorrow, grab them. Came in the next day to grab them, and of course they're all gone. It turns out one of my college friends had bought them all, and then selling them on eBay for the eBay price, which of course I'm not going to pay because I like buying copies of Battlefront for ridiculously cheap prices, and then having a tower of them. I have 2 copies of Battlefront 2 on PS2 as well. I don't actually own a disc copy of Battlefront 2.
I lost my copy of Battlefront 1, but I had the case, so I have to use it on OPL, which kind of sucks.
I use OPL simply for the patch. Also, I need an NTSC copy because the guy hosting the European DNS doesn't host the European DNS anymore. And because we don't have a European DNS, we can't connect with our copies. We need an NTSC copy, apparently. That's annoying. That's why I have OPL. Copying one item from desktop to DVD, 32% complete. If this doesn't fucking work, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm also gonna be releasing some PS2 exclusive maps at some point. I think where's my notes on this?
It'll be multiplayer like playable.
Probably.
Nice.
We haven't figured out how to compile for SWF on PS2 just yet, but I think we're going to find out, within the next couple weeks. Well, I will probably find out within the next couple weeks, because I seem to be the only one experimenting with it. It's a pain in the ass to set up, though, because I need to decompile the whole game. So it's all editable.
Yeah, there hasn't been any Battlefront 1 mods.
No, that's because we can't. The mod tools for Battlefront 1 were much more streamlined than the Battlefront 2 ones. Battlefront 2 ones, they sort of just gave us everything. Battlefront 1,
you can't use the Battlefront 2 tools on Battlefront 1.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's the same engine, basically.
I was asking around. I need to ask around about it, because I'm pretty sure I've read about it somewhere before, that you can actually use the compiling tools with Battlefront 1. Battlefront 1's PS2 map was going to be interiors of 2 skyscrapers next to each other. Which planet was undecided. I was leaning towards Corellia or Coruscant. It's going to be a pretty cool map.
I actually tried to do a BF3 on Battlefront 1.
Oh no, someone suggested that on Legacy, and I was like, what the fuck?
Legacy on Battlefront 1.
Yeah, you actually suggested that. Like, oh, you want to make it compatible with Battlefront 1 maps? Why don't you just make the mod for Battlefront 1? And I just stopped. I was like, you are the biggest idiot on the planet if you think that's possible.
Like, no sprinting, no nothing. The new Battlefront 3.
SWBF2's PS2 map is going to be a Raxus Prime map with new vehicles and ships, and was going to be surrounding the Jedi Temple from The Force Unleashed. And then I was going to make a PSP map that was going to be just Tatooine. It's just going to be a generic Tatooine map with some cool shit designed for PSP, so it won't look like visual aids. Well, sorry, it won't look as much of visual aids. It still look like visual aids because it's the PSP version, but it won't look, like it doesn't belong there.
I think you can get unlimited AI to follow you. Because I have 5 people following me.
I know Battlefront 1's cap, but Battlefront 1's cap was free, but you can never actually get them all to behave. Because they just get distracted randomly and walk off. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I think this cap is 5. Or maybe 4, yeah.
Battlefront 1's was free because you used to walk around and there used to be the two on your sides and the one behind you.
Yeah, I got 2 on each side of me.
Yeah, Battlefront 1's great. Oh, follow me. One AI on the other side of the map. AI, your teammate sees him, runs off.
Do you have keep mashing it for them to follow you? Just do it once.
Yeah, I spam it because it's the only way to get them to follow me because they don't listen otherwise. I mean, I know that can sometimes make him run off just by doing that anyway. Right, should be ready now. No, it's great fun. They just get distracted randomly, and even when they are following you, because their objective is just to tail you, they don't shoot enemies as quickly.
I'm spinning my camera 360 and this AI is just unlimited sprinting by my side trying to keep up with me. Like I'm just turning my camera, I'm not even moving, and he's trying to stay by my side by unlimited sprinting. Looks kind of stupid.
No, it's. I just hate the AI following. It's a great concept, but it doesn't work because they don't shoot enemies as quickly as they want them to. They're not good as bodyguards, which is the whole reason I have them following me, is to keep me alive. But they don't do that. So they let me die and then they shoot the enemy. After like 10 seconds of contemplating whether to shoot the enemy.
Hey, use them as meat shields.
The problem is online it doesn't work because players immediately go for you. They see your name tag like, oh, headshot.
Not if you have tags off.
No server has tags off. Or no player has tags off.
That actually would be pretty, like you're pretty like in disguise. Like they don't know if you're a bot or not. Like you just act like a bot. And go
If I figure out the command, I might add that to my servers. I know my PC server is probably the least played of them. I mean, people do play on the PC server, but they prefer to play on the other servers because the other servers are all the clan servers.
Yeah.
So the clan members are like, oh yeah, every other server that not ours is shit.
Everybody plays on Battlefront, Cloud City. Too.
It's the Cloud City as well. It's Cloud City and Bob Clan that are the two most played servers.
Yeah.
Bob Clan though is a gay server. You try to capture a command post, they'll shout at you because they're all trying to have a they're all trying to play deathmatch, but they don't know you can just set up a server to play deathmatch anyway.
I mean, I just like playing different maps instead of Cloud City 24/7, but that's just me.
I've got the full map pool, so you know I'm a cool kid. You want a server where you're gonna come across Endor? Only on my servers because every other server removes Endor.
Yeah, I'll kill the Ewoks. Thank you very much. What about Theed? Yeah, you had Theed on. Was there Gungans in Theed? I forgot.
I've not enabled Hunt on PS2 just yet. I don't know if people want to do all the Hunt modes, so I only have Hoth because Hoth's the big one.
And on Battlefront 1, is there like the Naboo guards? Like
no, they were going to be on feed, and I'm not picking you up. Okay, this is fucking gay. Ah! You had one job. Connect.
Is it if you host? Is it still gonna do that thing? Host was.
That is a good question. Let's find out the answer. Create. Let's go for, you know, a solid game of Utapau. Host registration failed. What the fuck?
I don't know, man. That's weird. Can you go on multiplayer on PCX2?
No, I've not got PCSX2 set up for multiplayer, and also I can't get my settings window up because it's stuck on a non-existent second monitor.
And if you uninstall PCX2, doesn't fix it.
I might do. I'll probably uninstall PCSX2 when I get a chance.
That's a big disappointment.
Ah, someone just joined. I know because I haven't fixed the notification problem.
We've lost the command post. Take it back.
Right, okay, so I can't host. So I'm going to change my method here.
Okay.
I'm going to not use the patched demo. I am going to use the demo as I got it.
Okay. Try that.
With the DNS switch. I'm going to change the notification system on my Discord server as well.
Yeah, you can walk through hangars. That's pretty cool.
I know. They mustn't have figured it out just yet, how to fix that. So I now need to delete off the USB. That, and I want to go hunt down my copy of the demo, which is the one with all the patched maps.
And the bays are different. Public 2 had the CIS blue instead of white for both.
There's quite a few other changes. The
the auto torrents. The
What?
auto torrent mainframe is like different
Yeah.
model. Yeah, that was pretty sweet. They should have kept that in. That looked pretty good. I like Battlefront 1 because of the grenade physics. Like, you can just literally grenade yourself and it'll hit you anyway but won't kill you. They don't have that in the Battlefront 2.
Well, I'm going to try the big version of the beta, which is the version that I have all the maps on. Mainly because even if I can't connect to you, I can at least play something. Because this has a single player button. I know, it's amazing. It has that one hex edited line, so you can now see shit.
Yeah, and you can't land on top of the ship. Yeah, there's no landing.
Time remaining about 7 minutes. Well, this has been a complete and utter failure. If this doesn't work, then I have no idea on what will work. This is the last thing I can think of, and that's use a different version of the beta with a DNS switch. Because I just googled host registration error. It has happened on SWBF2 before. I can't find any cases of it on PS2 because no one reports that shit.
History in the making, in the very first one. Dude, there's so many different voice lines too. Like
Yeah.
for the announcers on each side, just the pilots too. CIS droid voices. There's a lot of scrapped content.
Yeah, it's just early content.
Oh yeah.
A lot of changes, and there's a lot of scrapped content between Battlefront 1 and 2.
Oh, that's good to know.
Like, these could have been the greatest Star Wars games, but were restricted, so that sucks.
I mean, this was a 6 months in development, this beta. Halfway through the game development, so.
This would have been just before shit really kicked up. This campaign would have existed at this point. but this was like before shit really kicked up, and this is basically the last days of it being viewed as an expansion for Battlefront 1. Like, it's long after they've decided it's going to be its own game. Right, I'm about halfway copying this slightly larger file to a fucking USB. The only modifications made to this are the single player button now exists, and all the maps have been replaced. I mean, the beta maps are still there, it's just I can now load the missing maps.
And they load with the units?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I should get that copy.
And vehicles.
And you can play that online?
The map supposedly should work. If this loads up and I can connect to you. Otherwise, if it doesn't have the patch, I will just look into how to hex edit the patch in. Because it's literally just done by hex editing. So I just need to find the values that decide the default DNS and switch it to be SWBF spy. If I try hard enough, I'll probably even fucking somehow get a dedicated server set up, but that's if there's enough of a following. Bear in mind, I'm thinking of making a... While Legacy goes and makes itself a standalone mod, I was thinking of doing something similar.
With what?
I was tempted just to take Zero Engine and make a World War II themed. Just.
Oh, someone actually tried to do that.
Someone tried that. They didn't get too far. But I was going to make it completely standalone from Battlefront. So while it still runs on Battlefront's version, the engine has Battlefront stuff. It's just going to be pretty much its own entire game.
So it's like just a game inside a shell?
Yeah. Well, it's still Battlefront. Just it's got a new coat of paint.
Yeah.
And I was going to only develop it for PS2 because I feel like PS2 didn't get too many great multiplayer titles. I mean, it's probably only going to be played multiplayer once, but you know.
Who says that like PS2 never gets any cool multiplayer conversions? Nobody. It's never happened. Like, oh, PS2 gets its own dedicated mod.
PS2 doesn't really get anything special.
No, it doesn't.
It never got any really good multiplayer titles. What it did get were mediocre at best. Battlefront is probably one of the best multiplayer titles for PS2, simply because the multiplayer worked.
People still play COD 3.
I know. I've seen your videos. The problem with COD though, it was.
Why. Like, I don't know how there's so many people on COD 3.
People play all the CODs.
Like, there's COD 3 on PS3. I mean, I don't know why you could just play that.
No, I don't know why people play COD 3 on PS2.
They don't even play Big Red Run, and that's the one I like. Nobody plays that game.
Like, COD on the PS2 was an afterthought anyway, so that wasn't, you know.
Yeah, it was.
So while it has multiplayer, the experience isn't top notch. Battlefront is pretty much the best multiplayer I can think of for PS2. There have been some RPGs that flopped. Some other games that multiplayer's pretty much just shit on.
Everybody likes SOCOM 2. Like, everybody goes.
And then there's the Xbox, PS2's competitor with, you know, every game having multiplayer. And the multiplayer not being shit, despite the fact you have to pay for it. I mean, I'd rather have the multiplayer, you know, stuff be with the console instead of having to pay, you know, fucking massive prices for a net adapter. Bear in mind, net adapters are really fucking expensive now. Jesus Christ.
That's why I like PS2, because you don't have to make an account, you don't have to do anything.
I know, but the net adapters are expensive.
Unless you have a Slim.
Ah, true. Slim comes with Ethernet, in which case you're a god. I mean, it's probably cheaper to buy a PS2 Slim than it is to buy a fucking net adapter for the thick boys.
Yeah, but you don't get to get a hard drive. That's a setback.
Yeah, but you don't need
I mean,
you don't need a hard drive.
yeah, I know you don't need. I have mine hooked up to a USB 1.1 IDE hard drive, but it's pretty slow. I'm not gonna lie.
All hard drives are slow for the PS2. The PS2 wasn't made to have speed. Like I was tempted.
It skips in cutscenes.
I had the stuff for hard drives. I just can't be fucked. I was like, oh yeah, USB works fine. It's slow. It's slow, but it works.
You have a fat PS2 or a slim PS2?
Fat. I'm an OG.
I've had lots of PS2s, like in the past 10 years. Like my slim died, and then I got a fat one. Then I gave that up and got a slim one, and then I got a fat one again. Gave that to someone and got a slim one again.
No, I've had a fat and a slim, but I've only ever kept the fat because. And yeah, this bad boy's seen many Battlefront games.
It actually has a fan. Slim one doesn't have that. I don't know how that does that help performance? Like if he has a fan?
No, I don't know. All I know is Slims, get damaged easily. Because they don't have the internal disk reader, which is the biggest complaint.
Yeah.
Oh, is it not going to fucking work now? Has the file become fragmented? Oh my god. The file's become fucking fragmented. Ah! It just doesn't want to work. Why? This is like the one problem with USBs is, yeah, they become fragmented. And once they become fragmented, it's basically, haha, you're fucked. Have fun, defragging. And that was probably the problem with the last one. It's probably a fragmented file was stopping it.
Hopefully.
Oh, let's defrag. Yay! Let's run a full defrag because quick defrag does fuck all, really. One fragmented file, 3 total fragments.
Just our luck, that would be the multiplayer DNS probably stuff. Something to do with that.
Well, no, the only file on the USB right now is the pre-demos, not the pre-demo, the beta.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, oh yeah, it's one file fragmented in 3, and yeah, it's the demo.
Hopefully this fixes it.
Hopefully. It takes its fucking time when it defrags though. Because slow USB plus slow ass fucking program. I tried to defrag my C drive, that was fucking hell. Because, that's a good 12-hour procedure.
How big is it?
So it's only a small C drive. I don't have a massive C drive because I don't like having massive C drives. I like being able to find shit easily. So I have all my files on a different drive.
You're streaming too.
It's only about 500 gigs. And, that took about several hours to just scan the files. And then defrag. And then, of course, it started going haywire because one file got defragged. I think it tried to defrag System32 and everything went mental all of a sudden. It wasn't a good sign. Yeah, I am streaming. For the most part, while I wait for this to defrag to see if it will work. Now there's apparently 4 total fragments, so while defragging, it's fragmenting the file. There we go. That looks a bit good. It's back down to 3 fragments. Yes, I'm aware the screen is black. It's because it's that it's streaming the PS2, which is not on because I'm having to sort out files. Ah, come on. This is going to take fucking 20 years. Thank you for being an annoying file. Yeah, I know, but there's no faster portion of this USB. Or the program isn't being very smart right now. That's why it's taking so long. It's trying to find a smarter way to do it, despite the fact there is no smarter way to do it. I mean, I know it's its purpose, but it's just really inconvenient right now. It is only we're only waiting this one file now, so that should, get eventually done. In the meantime, I'm just gonna do random shit. I mean, I could dig out the disc copy of Battlefront and play that in the meantime while I wait for the USB to sort itself out.
I mean, if you can't even connect on the beta, what do you want to do? Like play Battlefront 1 or 2?
If this gets done, like after it's fragged, then I will just give up, and then I'll have to take the USB back out, put Battlefront 1 or 2 on it, and then we can play that.
It's gonna be a massive deal if that happens.
It's gonna be a massive fucking pain in the arse. I don't even think I'll bother playing Battlefront 1 or 2 multiplayer if it fucking doesn't load.
It's gonna be a massive disappointment. Dude, that literally makes no sense. How is this happening? Like French, I literally have footage of me and that French guy playing together, dude.
It must have been like a small fragmentation, small enough that the PS2 would still run the game, but enough to somehow fuck up server connection. Because there's nothing else that could have gone wrong. It must have come from the USB itself.
Yeah, because if you have fragmented a game on USB, it wouldn't latch up. Like they say, that's really bad. So
you can play PS2 online. And now I feel bad because I know your real name. This is why I don't have my real name on my YouTube. This is pretty general knowledge. That's a terrible idea.
Who?
It's not corrupt. Corrupted wouldn't run on PS2. The game itself just wouldn't function. It is just this. It wouldn't connect properly. It'd still detect the servers. It would broadcast to the server, but it couldn't actually do shit. Supposedly,
it could be a corrupted file. You have to download it all over again.
Must have been a. All I could think about is such a small part of it must have been fucked. Which hopefully on this file, once it defrags, shouldn't be fucked because this is pretty much untouched when it comes to what we're trying to do.
Maybe it got corrupted in download.
Well, this isn't the download you sent me. This is something completely different.
Oh, okay.
I'm hopefully the DNS. I'll have to do the DNS switch with this. Good news is I already have the DNS.
And you don't save your live streams either. Like you don't.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, they're just not. They're meant to automatically save to a playlist, but they just haven't been. There's just a playlist of live streams that I need to update so they're all there. I would never do something like this and not save the stream.
Yeah, everybody watching now if I'm unable to connect.
Yeah, welcome everyone to the black screen stream where I do stuff off screen while I hope to fix stuff.
Yeah.
Like I would enable desktop streaming, but there's nothing to stream from desktop, so you know.
What an amazing entertainer he is. Come one, come all.
Oh Jesus, it's gonna fucking take 50 damn years. I need to stream something in the meantime. Could just play Battlefront 2 on PC until it fucking works. Because it's gonna take ages.
Does it have a time lapse?
Remaining time, still calculating. It's a USB, it's gonna take 20 years. Hang on, let me just...
How big is the USB?
It's only 4 gigs. I don't use, big shit. Right. Switch to that. There we go. Got a desktop capture now. Let's play some Battlefront on PC while I wait to play Battlefront on PS2. Oh, life.
You're playing 1 or 2?
You're trying. I don't know if NetPlay will work on the PS3. Does the PS3 let you use DNS switch? I can't remember if it just... I'm pretty sure if the PS3 automatically fixes you onto a automatic DNS, then you're not going to be able to connect using NetPlay. You'll need to change the DNS, which is the problem. Or just play a patched ISO. That's your choice. The patched ISO is of course available on Anthony's server. It's what I use most of the time. What to play? Multiplayer. Let's see. What amazing servers full. There's 20 people playing Conquest on World Conquest. That'll do. Let's kill some peeps while I wait for the defrag process to complete. This is totally worth staying up to fucking 3 AM. I know, of course. I know I need to be in for college. Oh, it's nice to know my entire team is sitting in this one room.
Well, I'll keep the server up. Because, like, the AI is not doing anything anyway, then that's not true.
As far as we're aware. They've got us pinned down to this one room. What an amazing... Oh, no, someone managed to cross the bridge. What a legend. Oh, I love GOG multiplayer, just the cancer that it is. And oh my god, my teammate just killed me. One of the smugglers just keeps repairing. Yeah, he just fucking killed me. What a dick. That guy left. Oh dear. Not that guy. They won't remake this game. DICE wouldn't remake it. See, this is statements like that really lower your intellectual relevance because it's just such a fucking dumb statement. It's like saying
they're gonna make their own game.
It's like saying, what if Ubisoft remade this game? No, DICE won't remake this. I mean, they could, but they won't. And they will never. Does multi? Okay. I'm afraid your dumb statement's just been beaten by. Does multiplayer Galactic Conquest exist? No.
I wish.
It does on PS2, but only split screen.
Split screen. Yeah, me and some friend are gonna do that someday. Once he gets his new PC, so he can do a Parsec. Parsec and PS2 emulators go hand in hand. And other emulators.
No. Galactic Conquest is something, you get your friends round and then you start, the 2-month fucking tournament. You start that shit, that's on for a month. It's not like playing against AI, you don't eventually win. You only lose.
It would be nice if, I mean, DICE not gonna do it, but if they, like, bundled it with the new game, like, if they reimagined it, like, some sort of remaster or something.
That was one of the things I always hoped with the first EA Battlefront, was there was going to be a map pack that was just going to include at least one classic map. Of course, we didn't get that at all.
Like a little mini game.
No, just a map for the smaller game modes. That was just,
Yeah.
A remake
like
of.
Or something.
I was thinking.
Like what's something unique?
One of the maps I always wanted was Renvar. Just Renvar Citadel.
Yeah.
For Blast or something. Of course, we've never got that.
I wouldn't Mos Eisley. That would be.
I would want Mos Eisley, but I feel like the map would have to be changed greatly to, you know, suit the EA look.
Yeah,
I want to see Renvar because that was Pandemic's planet. It was the planet they introduced, the planet they, you know, it was their mark. EA have Sullust, the map that already exists, and has even been in the Battlefront game before they introduced it. Because it was in Renegade Squadron.
Mos Eisley is just a bunch of boxes.
Yeah, I'd rather have a more interesting... Like, if I was going to have any classic map, I would appear in the EA games. I wanted Renvar. Renvar Harbour Galactic Assault would... Or Walker Assault would be something I'd actually want to see.
Oh, yeah.
Because contrary...
That's a great path to take.
But no, they didn't give us that.
Because there's already an AT-AT on the map that comes towards you from a backseat too, so you could have like defenses, you know, like that map would be suited,
like if
suited for that.
If they released a map tool, that's what I would make within the first 24 hours of that fucking map tool being out. Would be just Renvar. It's not because I love Renvar. I actually don't actually like Renvar Citadel too much. I mean, it's a great map. I just prefer other maps over it. It's just the map that I want to see in EA enough. But they're not going to do it.
The Citadel on PS2, it just looks so like foggy and dark.
It's actually, that's because the maps are set at twilight. The actual original concept art for Harbour was, you know, an AT-AT, explosions at night, and just the sky was black and stars.
Yeah, but on PC it's daylight.
PC, it's still twilight, it's just brighter.
No, I'm talking about Citadel, not...
Yes, Citadel, it's still twilight. It's all twilight. It's just blue skies.
Weird.
Don't know why. Don't worry, on Xbox, Battlefront 2, it's cloudy.
Yeah, it's like foggy, cloudy, and like...
And I'm just sitting there like, what? So, the first, you know, the first two versions of the map were all, you know... Twilight, nighttime, that sort of thing. You know, stars, northern lights. That's what brightens up the PS2 version. Not the PC version, is they added northern lights to the sky. So they sort of made it that sort of bluey hue. Because the PS2 version's older than the PC version. That's why PC version of Feed is, you know, just normal daytime, and then PS2 is evening. But you never...
Are you gonna play any maps on Saturday?
I'm not going to be playing any new maps.
Well, I mean, like mods, maps on Battlefront 1, which is the vanilla game.
I wanted to, but, you know, the coordination it takes to get, you know, 20 imbeciles to install it.
There's a Reds mod pack with Battlefront 2 maps on Battlefront
I don't like
1.
Reds.
I haven't even played it, it just looks interesting.
It's just Battlefront 2 ported, which has been done multiple times with Battlefront 1. I like it if they brought something new to the table. Like, you know, if they made it more Battlefront 1, not just the maps converted. An excellent example of this would be Surija's ports. Because he's done a couple of ports, and they were pretty cool. Like, he did Death Star, and because he added a new command post, you look out the hangars, and you see loads of TIE fighters flying past. AI droids are moving around. Pretty cool thing. And I just like it more than just the traditional... It's just Battlefront 2 maps.
Yeah, if you wanted to play those, just play the Battlefront 2. I mean, there is a different gameplay mechanic, but
I know, and to be honest, I like it somewhat. I know there is actually a multiplayer server running Red's conversion pack. Problem is, it's owned by a clan. I don't like clan-based servers. Like, you could say the same for mine. It's a community server owned and ran by me. You can not like that. You can easily just not like that. But at the same time,
is he up to?
I'm not doing anything sinister. I'm genuinely trying to help the community as best I can. That's why I have these servers.
I was actually kind of surprised you began hosting on PS2 when that happened.
I've been hosting for months because I was meant to be hosting for Legacy, but I can't get the files for some reason because basically Legacy can't work with dedicated servers right now. So I've told Fabricio, oh yeah, send me the files, I'll make it dedicated server compatible. He said, alright, still waiting for the response on that with the assets. Apparently I was meant to get him last week, and the week before that, and the week before that, and the week before that. Like, he messaged me at midnight the other night, like, oh yeah, sure, you're getting them during the week. Yeah, I've not seen them. I mean, I don't care, it just means, you know, people just don't get to play. Ah, defragging takes forever. Ah.
Yeah, it probably would have been faster just to delete it and copy it over again.
True. That's probably my best option because it was the only file there, so surely the file space would automatically sort itself out. I mean, it's not too much of a problem. No. I mean, my servers are there. I'm sort of just waiting for something to really host. Like, I will eventually host Legacy when that becomes multiplayer. My PS2 server will probably be dedicated to Anthony's mod. I did try and make Sareja's maps dedicated server compatible, but I feel like my knowledge of Battlefront 1 modding is too slim to make that happen. Because it's subtle differences, but there's, you know, extra steps involved, which I'm not familiar with. I prefer Super Battle Droids in SWBF1.
Super Battle Droids on BF1, you get shot with your wrist rocket and you just like...
Oh no, you see one and you're like, oh fuck,
die.
because the wrist rocket will fuck you. Their wrist cannons fire quicker than normal blasters and do more damage. The Battlefront 2, they're just, you know, nerfed.
Yeah. It's just a grunt with the...
It's just the same as a clone. The fucking wrist rocket requires pinpoint accuracy and then does fuck all damage.
Battlefront 1 one has so much splash damage.
Oh no, it's turrets and tanks that do fuck ton on Battlefront 1.
Yeah. I don't know why they removed splash damage from 2.
Because they're trying to streamline it, because they're trying to make it more multiplayer focused. Which is why I can't play without aim assist on Battlefront 2. On PS2, I'm not that handicapped on PC. I mean, my current setup's shit, so I can't play any game as good as I used to anyway.
Nice gameplay there, man.
Yeah, I suck with my...
triple sniped.
I mean, he missed me repeatedly, it's fine.
You missed him repeatedly too.
Oh no, I wasn't even going for the sniper.
Yeah, you were going for the clone that was like...
Oh look, the sniper. Oh look, something randomly killed me.
What was that?
I don't know. I just dropped dead. Oh, it's probably... No, it wasn't you. Ah, look at that shit. No. That's because my mouse at this point is just fucked. I need a new mouse.
I wonder why they didn't, they removed cloning from the 2.2. Like, I mean, I know it's not...
Animation cap.
animation cap.
That is not the official reason that we know, because we don't, you know, have a developer for Battlefront 2. Battlefront 1 we do. We had a dev tell us everything. No,
that would make sense.
It's animation cap because of the heroes. They use a lot more animations now, and because they all have custom animations, the animation limit was being hit. So what they did was they removed prone.
Sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice. It's either the heroes needed the space or just sprinting in general. Sprinting also has a new animation.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad they added sprinting.
Yeah, that's my one complaint about Battlefront 1. It fucking takes forever. It's why I sort of secretly hates Regis maps. It's just 'cause it takes 20 years to get from one side to the other.
I'm glad they added rolling too. Like the sideways rolling on the sideways on one is like really awkward. You have to look on the side and then do it. Like you can't even see where you're going.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. It's meant to be for dodging. It's not even a... It's still referred to as a roll, but it's a dodge.
And it's unlimited sprint when you do that too. So you can literally do
right.
it
The good news is the fragmentation's actually... It's actually defragging now, not playing around, so... Only another 20 years. I play this in college and we play it in multiplayer. It's pretty cool. Oh look, the wrist rocket did fuck all, like always. I just got a Discord notification. Ah, the snipers. They're ganging up. Oh, it's someone realising I can mod PS2, Battlefront 2. Congratulations! Anthony isn't the only one. And he was never the only one, because people modded PS2 long before him. They just didn't bother releasing anything.
There was this guy called the Plushie Zone.
Oh,
Plushie Zone.
He's a fake.
Yeah, he released his quote-unquote release.
It definitely wasn't Anthony Battlefront 2 PSP maps for PS2. I'm pretty sure he's banned from SWBF gamers because he's just spammed about who wants to help me make maps for PS2. Anthony just straight up banned him. He was not helpful.
He just ported maps to the game. He didn't really do that much.
I can't tell if I'm pretty sure he just hex edited them in. Like he
just replaced the titles too of like existing maps. Like the existing maps, the titles you had to launch that map and it would launch the custom map.
Yeah,
like,
that's just
didn't add maps.
that's because he hex edited it because he can't mod for shit. It's the PSP mod that was used before Anthony's, the one that mainly just added the only new map was Renvar, everything else was existing Battlefront 2 maps, like Coruscant Jedi Temple. That was hex edited.
There's also this Crystal Mountain map that he added.
Yeah, it's all from Anthony's mod, because it's all compiled the same way.
Yeah, I mean, I could
like,
tell it was probably cheating.
While I used map replacement, while I was developing my PS2 map mod, that's because I didn't have the correct files to correctly add it without causing crashing. now I've sort of got the correct files, it's still crashing. So it doesn't matter, I was doomed either way, but all the maps were developed for PS2. They weren't just hex edited in.
Yeah, because his like all the textures were really bad. Like it was just modeled with no textures or something. Like really, really bad.
I mean, while I'm lazy with my textures, like I just lower them all by half, not, you know, take care, choose carefully what textures to resize. I just resize them all. It still looks better than it does in PSP.
I don't even play PSP, but it just looks
I
bad.
only play it because I play it on the go.
If I had a PSP, but I only have one.
There's a COD game on PSP. It's shit. It's just aimbot
COD game on DS.
It's just
Yeah,
aim.
it's a COD game.
Yeah, the problem is the PSP one is just aimbot simulator. How it feels to have lock on in Call of Duty. I'm not even joking. The main thing, the main control of the game is literally just aimbot. You just lock on.
There's this Call of Duty game on PS2 called Battlefront, and only a single player. Wonder if you could mod in multiplayer, but that was like
Doubt
wouldn't be a
it.
thing.
COD and modding's been very strict. Oh, someone's in a spider walker. Don't you just love it when they're in our spider walker? They're in all our vehicles. I'm tempted to just stop the defrag and then see if I can just copy and paste it over and it should fix itself. But I don't want to do that and then find out it didn't work and then have to defrag again.
Is that the only copy you have?
Well, no, because if I start, it's not the file that's the problem. It's just where I've copied it over, the bits it's taken up.
Oh.
They aren't together.
So
They're in
file
fragments.
system.
It's the file system, yeah.
And if you reformatted the USB, that wouldn't fix it. Oh, maybe.
Well, no, it would. It would clear the file system, and I could just copy the file over. But then I still have the risk of it still being fragmented.
Okay,
Like,
gotcha.
usually I don't have this problem. It's probably because, you know, I just...
Universe hates you today.
Yeah.
Probably for the past week, to be honest. Last night on Battlefront 1, I loved spamming wrist rockets on Camino.
Nice.
Just because unlimited ammo, just spamming him. Everybody was just like mad, I guess. Nobody said anything though.
My server's a copy of some of the SWBF spy servers. I think the exact server it's a copy of is the Gladiator server.
Oh yeah.
When I say that, I mean the files are a copy. It's not using the settings because I have a config for it. Basically, in the files, I have a list of batch files. Opening one of them will launch the server with a set of settings. I have my one, and I have all the SWBS spy stuff. So if I wanted to, I could impersonate an SWBS spy server. Of course, the big giveaway will be it's a...
The ping would be a giveaway.
The ping would be, you'd be like, oh, an SWBS spy server in Europe on PS2. Because, you know, they closed the SWBS by Europe server because the fucking faggot can be asked to host a DNS. Yeah, Europe players suck ass.
The command post is no longer under Confederacy control. Reinforcements are being
I mean, you can just order an NTSC copy online, or, you know, OPL, like, you know, a normal guy.
Yeah, you can't play a disc version of it on your PAL PS2 game.
I don't think so, no. You will need an OPL.
Yeah, you need it.
You need OPL to simply force PAL. If you want, or if you have a fat PS2, you don't need any force PAL. Like, I don't force PAL. It still displays correctly. Fun fact, the hangar used in Geonosis dust planes was originally going to appear in the early in Battlefront 1's Geonosis map. Wow. Wow. Discord notification.
You learn something new every night, every day.
The more you know. Oh, it's more apologies.
Apologies for what?
Oh god. I'm like fucking tired as fuck. You know, this better finish soon. Because I do need to sleep at some point. Oh no, a command post has fallen into enemy hands. When you're trying to snipe the guy out the top of the ATTE.
Does that even... I think that's possible. Can you...
I know it's possible in Battlefront 1, you can snipe everyone out. Yeah, he's. I think I hit him because he's just jumped out.
The hitbox is so small.
No, it's not the hitbox being small, it's just like fucking far away. Oh, I was on top of the cliff shooting across the map.
There's also distance lag, so...
I would need to be, you know, up close and personal.
Yeah.
You know what we need. We need a Steam Workshop for this game.
Ah, man, you're funny, man. Every single Steam discussion.
It's possible, just like, you know, everything else. There's a lot of shit possible. Like, they could have just given us SWBS by multiplayer. Which, you know, would be good. Instead, they gave us, we didn't expect there to be... They gave us, we didn't expect there to be this many players multiplayer.
They subverted our expectations.
Oh no, we got more than 4 people playing at once. This shocked our expectations. The servers were not equipped for this.
Oh no, people actually want to play the game. Imagine that.
I remember
They could have just bought a master server and then just done...
No, they have a master server. That was their thing. They had a master server. Do you not remember day 1 of GOG?
I don't know if I played it day 1 or after that.
Day 1, the servers crashed continuously. It was impossible to host. It was impossible to join. Nothing worked.
Oh, yeah.
For the first month or so, nothing worked. Why? Because the player counts were in the, you know, the highest around. Yeah, they weren't the highest, but you know, they're still the peak for, you know, last couple years. But you know, it's massive. Multiplayer's back. All this.
And all the news articles posted it, and everybody, yeah, it's on media. Everybody.
Yeah, and apparently the hundreds of people in multiplayer were beyond their expectations.
I don't know why they just didn't do Star Wars Battlefront 2 Spy. That's way easier than what they did.
They also didn't give us dedicated servers, which they're apparently going to do.
They said sometime they were gonna do it.
Yeah, they said no, because we can't let people. SWS Spyware, you know, in pretty much direct connection for the first month of multiplayer with Galaxy representatives. Like, oh yeah, we'll make sure this game gets, you know, quality multiplayer.
Yeah, man.
Ah, fucking snipers.
You know why direct IP isn't a thing in Battlefront 2?
No.
Like connection to IP, like you could in Battlefront 1. I think it's possible.
It's probably just the hidden, wasn't focused on, because their main focus is to get people on dedicated. Good news is I'm down to 3 total fragments.
Isn't that the same you at?
No, that's how many I started with. it went up to 5, and now it's gone back down. No, I was thinking of making it's either going to be a World War themed multiplayer focused game for PS2, or it was going to be I was probably going to ask Aaron or something to see if I can, that's Marth, to port, you know, Mass Effect Unification or something to PS2.
Like, what models would you use if you did like World War II or World War One? Like, would you make your own?
I'd probably salvage whatever I could from around forums, and then either make my own, because I'd need them to be relatively low poly.
Would that be like really difficult, like making a whole new game? Just like
no, it's just a lot of asset creation. The heads-up display is probably going to be the most annoying thing. This is why one of the options I'm considering is just porting something like Mass Effect Unification or the Red vs. Blue mod. Although I'm not porting the Red vs. Blue mod, because that's sort of not the point. I don't want to make Halo available for PS2. The whole point is I'm trying to make a game for PS2. You know, way too late.
Unofficial game.
Homebrew game.
Yeah.
Oh. It's easily possible and easily done. And then of course I can make a PSP version as well. Which would of course be the best multiplayer shooter, or best shooter for PSP overall. Even though the graphics are going to look like shit.
If that mod had multiplayer, would it be dedicated servers or self-hosted?
Yeah.
The enemy has captured a command post.
I haven't even bothered updating the fucking stream name because, you know, I'm still determined to play the beta at some point today. Sometime I just need to get through, you know, everything. Defragging.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a PC demo as well.
Yeah, I downloaded it, but it could launch it up instead. My DirectX was missing bad.
Oh, that's easy to fix. I need
to do.
When I actually use it, because I've had that sitting around, I just haven't bothered playing it. You know the one thing that annoys me about Battlefront 1? The mini-map for Jabba's Palace. It's an official map.
Yeah.
Why is it mini-map in a different style? I genuinely think it's from the days where Battlefront 2 was still being viewed as an expansion. was they were trying to change the minimap style for DLC maps.
Was Jabba's Palace on PS2 or just PC?
Only PC. It was only on PC for Battlefront 1. It wasn't on any other platform until Battlefront 2.
Reinforcements are being depleted.
Although, if I ever figure out how to compile for Battlefront 1 on PS2, the first thing I was going to do is bring this map over. In fact, it's ready. I actually have the map ready to be compiled. It's all the textures have been lowered to PS2 sizes. By that I mean I just took all the textures from the PS2 version of the map from Battlefront 2. All it needs is compiling.
Reinforcements.
I might ask Anthony about it, because he probably has an idea. Like, I think you can... I remember reading somewhere, like, if you could use the existing Battlefront 2 compiling tools with Battlefront 1. I think you can. It just requires a bit of file restructure. Well, I got someone with a grenade, I'm happy.
You think you would have thought about that happening? It was
What?
possible.
I don't see it mentioned much in SWBF gamers, so, you know, that's why I'm a bit hesitant. But
Never know till you try.
I think someone did come up with a good idea on how we can do it. Which I'm going to try out, you know, when I can. Which might be tomorrow if I'm not at college, because I might not be going in, because it is, you know, nearly fucking... It's 3:30 in the morning. Still waiting for this defrag. Jesus Christ. Should have just deleted the file and copied it over and then tested it. At least then if that was going to work, it would have worked.
Probably be faster.
We control the command post. Enemy reinforcements are declining. We can't afford to keep losing command posts.
Oh dear. No, the first thing I was going to do was bring Jabba's Palace over to PS2. And then I was going to start thinking about, you know, more maps. Cereja's maps...
Battlefield on Battlefront 1.
Cereja's maps would only work on Battlefront 1 on PS2. They would not work for Battlefront 2.
Hostile reinforcements are dropping. We've lost the command
Because
post.
Battlefront 1 is pretty universal when it comes to stuff.
Yeah, and I saw that video of the,
Capture the command
what was it? It was the new Cereja's map. The
Oh,
hallways?
Coronet.
Like the palace?
Yeah, Coronet Luxury Liner.
Yeah, that luxury liner. Could that go on PS2?
It could, in theory. It would only work for Battlefront 1 because Battlefront 1 is more, like, you know, its limitations are more universal than Battlefront 2. Meaning, in theory, anything that works on PC for Battlefront 1 with the right persuasion and
Losing men like this.
modifications could potentially work for PS2. Like, I don't know how, because I can't compile right now. I was going to experiment. Battlefront 2 on PS2, the map-wise, the limits are still really high. If you strip a map down enough, you can get anything to run. I got 2 maps so far, which I'm classing as experiments, were quite successful. Being Coughless Sea Haven, which I almost got working in its entirety.
We captured a command post.
It just, I needed more work on it.
We've lost the command post.
And the other map was Tatooine at War.
That map is really good.
I got Tatooine at War running on almost running on, it got running on the emulator, it wouldn't run on actual hardware.
There's so much destructible objects.
I removed a lot. Like, anything detail, so crates, evaporators, they're all gone. It was just strictly the original map. The terrain was sized down, everything space was removed. And the map worked in its, like, the full size map. The only problem is, though, is there were too many textures and the video memory was at beyond its limit. And it was too far above the limit for me to fix. Which is why I'm going to be developing a PS2 orientated Raxus Prime map, which should, you know, be the largest possible map for PS2. I was going to do this by literally just having large models make up the map, like BF3 Tatooine, not BF3 Tatooine, BF3 Coruscant. Defrag's complete.
Oh, fine.
I just minimized and it says defrag complete. I was like, oh yeah! Yeah, my 20-year wait is over. Let's find out, did it work? This is when it didn't work, did it? This is when it's all been a waste of time.
Oh, for nothing.
The long battle, just for nothing, just for shit. Right, switch back to PS2 monitoring version. Where's my controller? Yeah. It's exciting. Now we can actually play what the stream is titled after.
Imagine that.
Well, there's a lot of people that play PS2 online. If you can somehow get the PS3 to connect to SWBS by, like, if you're using an ISO, Anthony has a multiplayer patched. If you can, I know you should be able to switch DNS.
Okay, doesn't it just have the same multiplayer function? Like, just enter the DNS and you're good to go? Is it
should be, I don't know, because I've not played Battlefront 2 on any platform that isn't PS2.
I have a PS3, I could test it. But I would have to set my PS3 up.
No, if you somehow join us, quite a few things. I mean, this isn't... unless you've got a hacked PS3, you wouldn't be able to join us on this.
Yeah, only the cool kids can do what we do.
Well, anyone with any form of brains can do what we do.
Only the guys with the inside knowledge can do what we do.
Yeah, I know who you are. Loading.
Like, this stuff you find is so obscure, like all of these betas and everything.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. No, I can't join you. Because the single player button replaces the multiplayer button.
What have you done?
Shit, okay. Good news is I can play any map though, so I guess you can just watch me play a map.
Okay.
Let's play Hoth. Hoth's a pretty cool map, right? So yeah.
Is there a way to play multiplayer on that? Like, just hex edit? Oh no.
I could reverse the hex edit, yeah. In fact, I probably still have a version of the beta which is unpatched, but I'm gonna have to sort that out for another time because it's nearly 4 o'clock. So you know, this.
Okay.
I'm gonna play a match of this to show you it works, and then you know, fucking go to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah,
who
prepared the download you sent me?
Some French guy. I have to see his name.
He isn't very smart. You cannot.
We just had the ISO. I don't think he actually did it himself.
You can't WinRAR the fucking ISO. We're gonna play as the Empire. I never play as the Empire on this map. Oh yeah, the old skin for Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His health backs too. Most of it.
I mean, it is the finished Hoth map. Do they
Actually,
first?
it would be pretty cool playing all the stock original maps with these sides.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's why I have this. You know, if I tried hard enough, I could probably actually get this to work, you know, properly. You know, have the multiplayer button and the other button. Hang on, is Hero Assault available? That's something I've never seen in the beta, is all the heroes. Because I've never had a real chance to play him.
Darth Vader and beta is just so different.
Because I know you can play as Darth Vader and Leia. I can't remember.
His sprinting is different. His animation set is not complete. It's only 2 swings instead of 3. His sprinting's different. So I think he's got different force powers too. He walks faster too.
No, it's not an option. Oh no! Hunt is though. Hunt and Boo. Kashyyyk Hunt. No logo for Hunt, that sucks. And there's also Test Planet, which I don't know if it will load. Let's just play the classic Coruscant Clone Wars. What I'll do is I'll go to sleep. When I wake up, I'll probably upload this and send it to you after I do some more modifications.
Yeah.
The beta was not hacked. This is the beta. I've modified it to actually load more maps. Because originally you can only have 3 maps. I now have all the maps. Also, the single player option wasn't there.
If you get multiplayer and single player, or just multiplayer and that's it. Just send it to me with all the maps. That would be cool. Then we could play all the maps.
I think I actually had a version. I had a version for single player and a version for multiplayer. This version has all the maps because I added all the maps. The original demo only had Yavin 4, Utapau, and Space. Of course, these are not the actual beta versions of maps. These are still the release versions of maps. They're just with the beta content.
Basically just sides.
The enemy has taken a command post.
Yeah. I think there's probably going to be some other small changes. Ooh.
Hostiles have gained a command post. A command post
Bit
is
of
under Republic control.
graphical errors in the corner of my screen.
The Republic is in control.
Like, don't expect any major differences. I'm trying to think of a map that might have major differences. I can't really think of one.
Geonosis, maybe?
No. I'm trying to think of like something that will have the biggest changes.
Command post is under Republic control. They're losing reinforcements. Keep it up.
Oh, how overpowered all the weapons are in the beta.
Command post under
Everything, like, you know, actually feels like all the mod, like, they do damage. Everything is dying. Everything doesn't take a bullshit number of fucking. Let's play as Mace Windu.
Battlefront 1,
Mace
all the pistols,
Windu,
like the
reporting for
pistols
duty.
have a reason to exist.
Oh my god, his running animation. He's like
Yeah.
skipping.
That's what you
Take him down. The Republic is in control of a command post. Command
Apart from that, he's complete. It's just that running animation. Let me just.
Keep moving.
Ah, what a lovely kill streak. Thank you, AI intelligence.
That's another command post under Republic control.
Lock-on isn't very good. Oh, he doesn't have his ground slam. That's disappointing.
They've set in
The Force is with us today.
battle droid. Knock him down. Clone, watch your fire.
Oh, don't get in my way then, clone.
For the Republic.
Heroes are nowhere near complete in this build.
Keep moving.
Oh my god, he rolls so far. He has like the OP roll. Gonna just skip my way over to the fucking CP round here. No turrets either, they haven't spawned. I thought the map sounded a lot less turrety.
Keep moving.
Whoa. See that glitch?
Yeah, it's been happening on the corner of the screen. I don't know what's happening, what's causing it, but yeah, something isn't right.
You wanna try to stream again on Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah, that'll be the best day for me.
Yeah. But Tuesday my time, which I don't know.
Tuesday for you would be about Wednesday for me, so that's better. I don't have college that day. My phone's about to die anyway, so yeah, that sort of sucks.
So Tuesday my time
Yeah.
is good or not good?
Tuesday your time's good.
Okay. Yeah, that's Battlefront 1 day 2, so I guess we could stream that if we don't get the beta working.
That's fine.
Dude, that was kind of disappointing. Hopefully we can fix this.
Hopefully it works. I'm just trying to think of another map that might be, you know, worthwhile showing off in it.
I mean, you defragmented the file. I mean, the only thing you could do is
yeah, and then I
download it,
realised, oh
copy
yeah,
it.
this doesn't actually have multiplayer. Let me try Test World. I think Test World might load.
I mean, the only other thing I could think of is download it again, and maybe it got corrupted in download somehow. I don't know.
Nah. What I might do is I'll download the original version of the demo, like no patch, no hex edit, just in its original state, and then DNS switch.
Yeah.
Or reverse the hex edit on this version of the game. So find the value, switch it back to be multiplayer enabled. I think I do have Test Planet, so this should load. No, I didn't have the Test World, is the answer. No, that's on my other modded version of PS2 Battlefront. Oh well, that's a perfect conclusion to the stream though. Fuck up on my end. So yeah, I'm gonna go. What I might do actually, I can probably get Renvar or something to load as a replacement for test level.
I'll see you on Tuesday, my time.
Yeah, see you then, I guess.
See you.
Also, quick announcement for anyone still watching the stream. Please look at my latest video. It's happening. And
Seems like
Twinkie
noticeable.
Runaway just joined my Discord server along with Fallen Leader. That's nice.
Just send me a copy with all the maps in it, the final maps, if you want.
I want to do a little modifications to that first. Mainly,
Yeah, just do it whenever you want.
I was going to send you two versions, one with multiplayer, one with single player. So we can play that multiplayer as opposed to just the demo maps. Well, I was going to try and add a little bit more as well. I was probably going to replace Test Planet with Renvar. Or I could get one of my maps from my modded version, like I was Naboo Prototype.
Oh no, you should do a Battlefront, Coruscant Battlefront 3.
No,
Would that actually work? No.
I don't think that actually works right now. I know Naboo Prototype does, so that's why I was suggesting it. I was going to grab that. It's
We
also
could try that.
It's also the largest map. And what I suggest, if anyone wants to join us on that day, be ready. It's my only thing I'm going to say. I don't. If we can find anyone else with OPL, then they can join us. I want to get 8 players. I mean, it's going to lag like shit, but you know, 8 players. Naboo
players on
Prototype,
PS2.
beta sides. It's going to be a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sleep, but before I die of not sleep.
Okay, just link me when you get the chance. I'll see you Tuesday.
I'll upload it over the next 24 hours, so it's ready.
Yeah,
And if
just,
you, if anyone is out there with OPL or a hacked PS3, yeah, message me if you want this as well, because
just
I'm
notify
not...
everybody about it.
Yeah, we want 8 players. Just 8. That's all we need. So if you know anyone who'd want this, yeah, message me so I can send them the link. Now I'm droning on, so I'm just gonna disconnect.